Hi, this is Papa G, and welcome to Papa Can Cook. Well, this is part 3 of the 3-part series on Sunday sauce. Today we're going to focus on making the sauce. We've already covered the brajol and the meatballs. So what are the ingredients? Well, there is one final element of meat that will be added, and we're going to braise these a little bit and then put them in the sauce. This is Premio, which is gluten-free. The star, of course, is the sauce. I use Tutto-Rosso. If you can get San Marzano that's gluten-free, I haven't really found any that are. That's great. These are gluten-free. I'm going to be using 6 cans because we've got the whole family coming over to celebrate Marianne's birthday, so it's going to be a lot of sauce. I'm going to be using penne. This is from Le Venezia, which is gluten-free. I get it from Italy. I'm going to be using 3 pounds of this for the family. Garlic. Garlic. It needs garlic. Lots of garlic. Actually, I'm roasting 2 heads of garlic to put in the sauce. If you're not sure how to roast garlic, take a look at my video on All About Garlic. It tells you how to do it. It's going to need a couple cans of tomato paste, Cento, which is gluten-free, basil. Definitely basil, salt, and we're going to need to start out with some olive oil. You notice there is no sugar in this. I have heard of people who put sugar in their tomato sauce. I think that's horrible. It should not need sugar. If you do things, add ingredients that provide sweetness, there's no need for sugar. Basil provides sweetness. Garlic will provide sweetness, especially if you roast it. So that's what's going to go into it. I'll be back and we'll get started. On to make the sauce. Okay, I've taken the roasted garlic out and I mashed it together in a bowl. I have some olive oil heating up in here. You're not really going to have to cook this since this is cooked already. I just want to get it in there first. Okay, stir it around. Make sure it breaks up. Okay, I'm going to start putting the cans of sauce in. I'm using 6 cans of sauce here because it's a large gathering. I'll put the first one in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brajol that I made yesterday. And another advantage of making it yesterday, wrapping it in plastic and refrigerating it, is that it's much easier to handle. So I'm going to I cut them in half also to make it easier to handle. And I'm going to put them in the bottom of the pot. All right. And I'm going to then put the rest of the cans of sauce in. And I've got 2 cans of tomato paste. I'm going to put the tomato paste in. By the way, I have sausage that I'm part cooking. I put the sausage links in with about a ½ inch of water. Now that the water has boiled off, I'm going to let them fry just a little bit, just to brown the outside on both sides, and then I'll put them in the sauce. So I'm going to finish putting this in, and then I'm going to put the basil in. And what I do with the basil is I put the basil in whole, just like this. And that makes it easier to take out afterwards, because you're not going to leave this in. I have reserved some basil that I'm going to chiffonade into the long strips, and I'll use that for garnish if anybody wants to put it on their sauce. I will probably add a little bit of water. In fact, I will. I'm going to take about a quarter of each can. I'll use that water to kind of rinse out the can, put that in, So it'll end up being about 8 of these cans worth between the water and the sauce. I need to make sure I leave enough room because I'm going to be putting the sausage and the meatballs in here. And this is going to cook. I'm going to bring it to a boil, lower it to a simmer, and it's going to cook for a few hours. Just let it cook. And then I reduce it to very low, and it'll be ready for when the family comes over for dinner, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end.